New update. Suspect charged in connection with deadly ATV wreck that killed 10-year-old Jordan Hill. There is a significant development in the case surrounding the tragic death of 10-year-old Jordan Hill in Liberty, Mississippi. Cody Rollinson, the man responsible for hitting and killing Jordan with his pickup truck, is now facing a felony charge. Authorities have charged Rollinson with felony leaving the scene of an accident, as well as possession of marijuana. The fatal incident occurred on April 6th, when Jordan was riding his ATV near his home. Witnesses reported that Rollinson struck the child with his truck. He was arrested the same day, but initially only faced a drug-related charge. Now, with new charges filed, the case is drawing renewed attention. This new charge brings hope to those demanding accountability, but for many, it still falls short of the justice Jordan's family deserves.
All right, guys, I got some partial good news. This is an update regarding Jordan Hill. I'm not going to get too excited until I actually see some true traction on this. It's sad that it took for us to cry aloud on this app right here in order to get some type of traction because it was getting pushed under the rug. And if you don't remember, back on April the 6th, Jordan Hill, 10 years old, was riding on his ATV. He was struck and unalive by this guy named Cody Rollinson. And Cody left the scene of the accident. He came back, picked up his mirror, and took back off. Now, some of the details that people don't realize how serious this is, this baby's internal organs was laying on the outside of him. That's why it made me kind of angry when I saw a lot of the comments of people asking all these crazy questions rather than understanding this guy right here, this monster, was not even supposed to be driving. I showed you his full background where in other states down in Mesquite, Texas, where his license had been suspended. He had lied to police. He got pulled over several times for DWI, all kinds of stuff. He didn't even have a license. And all the police did in Amite County is issue him a citation for possession of narcotics and released him and gave him his truck back. Not only did they give him his truck back, they didn't even process anything. And it's crazy. They tried to push this under the rug, but we refuse to be quiet. Well, I'm getting word today that he's facing a felony charge in the connection of the unaliving of Jordan Hill, right? He's been charged with possession of narcotics, and he's been charged with felony leaving the scene of an accident. Because the first time, he just bonded out. I think the bond was like $350, and he bonded out the same daggone day. Well, now he's under a bond of only $41,000. It should have been more. But the good thing about it is, what we're finding out, is there are multiple local, state, and federal agencies that are now investigating this case. That's a shout out right there. They did say additional charges are pending and that they're awaiting the results of the toxicology report. Now I am trying to figure out what toxicology report they're waiting on because they let him go that same night unless they went ahead and drew what they needed to draw and everything in order to do this test. Because if you try to do it now, what you're going to find. But anyway, these are some of the old charges that I had found down in Texas. And like I said, he never should have been on the road. He didn't even have a license. And he got charges that go all the way back to 2013. And like I said in my previous video, I'm pretty sure that's why he left Texas in order to go over to Amite County. Because he has a long history of this right here. And he's been getting away with it. This baby was full of life. Man. So prayerfully we get justice when he gets prosecuted and never see the light of day again. Period, point blank. And also they still have their donation site set up. So as a village, let's help this family out.
We have more information tonight on a deadly hit and run involving a 10-year-old earlier this month. 3 News Side's Teddy Reedy with the latest.
On April 6, 10-year-old Jordan Hill was killed while he was riding an ATV. The driver who hit him was identified as Cody Rollinson, who fled the scene after the crash. According to Amite County detectives, 911 calls started coming just before noon on Sunday, April 6th. When emergency crews arrived on scene, they found Jordan Hill dead at the crash site and Cody Rollinson's pickup truck nowhere in sight. Later that day, police arrested Rollinson and charged him with possession of marijuana and felony leaving the scene of an accident. Rollinson was released on a $41,000 bond for both charges. We spoke with the family's spokesperson who says they want justice served to the fullest.
We are heartbroken, enraged, and demanding answers after the senseless murder of a 10-year-old Jordan Hill in Liberty, Mississippi. Jordan was simply riding his ATV on the side of the road, not in the road, not causing harm, just being a child. A racist white man took it upon himself to take Jordan's life. This was not a misunderstanding. This was not an accident. This was a hate crime.
More charges could be on the way for Rollinson as detectives wait on Amite County's crime lab to get back with the results. And the FBI is also working this case. They are looking into potential other cases where Rollinson left the scene of an accident. The public visitation for Jordan Hill will be Friday, April 18th, starting at 6 p.m. at the National Guard Armory in Gloucester. The family asked those attending to wear blue in honor of Hill. Teddy Reedy, 3 on your side.
Jordan was more than a name in a headline. He was a bright, funny, and loving boy. A son, a brother, a friend. He brought joy to everyone who knew him, a kid full of life and energy, now remembered through tears, memories, and pain that no parent should ever feel. His family is devastated. They're mourning while also fighting for justice, a fight no grieving mother should have to lead alone. GoFundMe has been set up to support Jordan's family through this unimaginable time, covering funeral costs, legal support, and helping them stay afloat as they pursue justice for their child. Every donation, every share, every voice makes a difference.